Hey friends, it's Becca with Beautiful Mess Plans. I am here to plan another week in my Sterling Ink B6. So we will be planning for, oh, I don't need that note anymore. That was for my cat's eye drops, but we're able to end them early. The week of the 22nd through the 28th is what we're planning for. And yeah, so here's how this current week is going. It is Friday when I'm filming. And yeah, I am really enjoying this a whole lot. I did need that. I was like, oh, I don't need my pencil for anything. I did. I forgot why I use it. And if you hear miscellaneous noises behind me, my youngest is coloring. And she's not known for her stealth. So, yeah, so this next coming week is actually like super busy. So we're definitely, I mean, I've been doing this lately anyway, but we definitely need to do functional first because there's a lot going on this next week. So let's go ahead and mark down. Let's do it here. Put those on, and then I'll kind of flip over here and see what we got going during the week. There's Stuff Your Kindle days coming next week too. So I have Repatha Day. Let's just go one day at a time. Let's pull out this giant stack that I have going on here and see what we need to pull out. That we need. Maybe I should have sorted through this. Oh, here's my Repatha one. Maybe I should have sorted through this before we got to this point. I don't know, but I did not. So, Repatha sticker. Let's see. I hope everyone's week has gone well. This has been another, I mean, they've gone more days. Well, yeah, they've gone more days this week than they did. Well, Monday they were off this last week for Martin Luther King Jr. Day. We had a snow day on... We had a snow day, I was interrupted, on Tuesday with ice and like super cold temperatures. So that was fun. And then they've been back to school since then. So, you know, better eventually getting back than not at all. And yeah, this morning was probably one of the coldest walks that we've done because it was like, feels like negative, I don't know, negative 15. I don't know. I don't know what it was exactly this morning, but I can tell you that it was cold. It was very cold. And it was probably in the top. We've been walking since, my oldest, who's now in 5th grade, we've been walking since she was in kindergarten. And I can tell you that this was probably in my top 3 of the worst walks we've ever had. One of them was an icy walk that we did. It was awful. And then there was one, I have never been so wet in my life from the massive rainstorm that we got caught in. Which, that's probably like 3, you know, number 3, just because it's like, I'd rather be rained on than to be as cold as we were today. I'm going to go ahead and write this in because I take a vitamin D supplement, but the doctor wants me to only take it every 2 weeks. I don't know, whatever. I'm following directions. All right, and then we have Math Wings, and my daughter starts mallets. So she starts mallets. Let's put that here, and then we have Math Wings right here. That's it on Tuesday. I think I'm doing a crock-pot meal that day, and I think I have to get it started somewhere in there, but I'll have to check. I'll have to check that. Okay. We have a busy day on Wednesday. My son has Wake Up and Read. I have my cardiologist appointment, and then we have a strings concert. So let's pull out some boxes so that we can, there it is, mark all those things. And once again, I don't know if you noticed, I'm not wearing my ring. It is better than it was, but it is still not cleared up. I just got my ring cleaned, And once this gets completely cleared up, I'm going to put it back on and see if that fixes it. If not, they did mention to me that I need to get my rhodium like resealed on my ring. So maybe I do have a slight allergy to like the nickel or gold or whatever, and that's touching my skin. I don't know. So I guess we'll find out. But I'm kind of over not being able to wear my ring. It's going on a month now where it goes away and then it comes back, and it's just been not great. Okay, I was kind of thinking of maybe using some of these pinks because I don't know that I've used, so I was looking at any of the pinks. So let's do this, and we'll put the time in for Wake Up and Read right there. All right, I was interrupted because she thought I needed a pink colored pencil, which she's coloring. It's very sweet of her. Wake Up and Read is basically a, I guess I could write this stuff in, a thing where they go by grade levels, at least for the younger grades, at their school, that allow them to go up with a parent, and they do some activities in the library. It's just trying to, you know, encourage kids to read and kind of, yeah. So, but my daughter, who's in 5th grade, they don't have it for her grades anymore, at least not that I know of. But my son, who is a 2nd grader, he has it and he wants to go. So I think I mean, we could technically, both me and my husband could go, but someone's got to get the other, you know, my oldest to school and take care of, you know, my youngest. So only one of us can go, and he picked me to go this year. I think my husband went with him last year. So let's do Wake Up and Read. And then immediately following that, not immediately, but on this, it will be immediately following that, I have a cardiologist appointment. It's just a like, hey, everything's still good kind of appointment. I don't know that I want to use, because those colors are a lot of the same. So let's use the lighter pink. It feels weird to actually use the pinks at all, because next month will be like all pinks and reds, but I'm doing it. I've actually been pretty pleased with myself because I've used a lot of my stickers this month already. So that's kind of a nice feeling. What else I should mark as I go? Let's go ahead and mark as I go my work times for each day. Okay, there we go. And then the last thing for this day, I always forget that I like to draw these lines. Why? I don't know. It doesn't really matter that much, but I just like the way that it looks. So that's what I do. The last thing on Wednesday, because I cut myself off, is my daughter has a strings concert. Her first strings concert, so that's pretty exciting. I mean, I could bring in like this one or like a purple, and that's at 7, but we do have to be there a little before, so I don't mind having this up a little bit higher. I'm trying to decide how I want to write this. Like, do I want to have the arrival, like what time we have to arrive by? Because the concert actually starts at 7. Strings concert, 7 p.m. And if I need to make a note of what time we need to be there, I'll do it then. Okay, so that is the first half of the week. And then Thursday, another busy day. So we'll start with mallets and gymnastics. So my oldest has mallets again, and my youngest has gymnastics. Those are up there at the top. So we have mallets and gymnastics. And then my son, it's really exciting. He is officially going to be discharged from his IEP. So he was on an IEP for speech, and he's met all of his goals, and he has done amazing. So they are officially discharging him. So we are going up there to go through the whole, you know, sign all the papers and have the meeting, the standard meeting to discharge him and make sure everybody agrees with this. And yeah, so it's super exciting. He's excited because although he has enjoyed speech, he's excited not to be pulled out of the classroom anymore. So he's super pumped about that. I mean, he's had 3 different speech teachers in the 3 years he's been in it. He had a problem with his S's, by the way. His my oldest had an issue with her R's, but he has had an S issue. And he's liked all the speech teachers that he has had, but he's happy to get to stay in the classroom and not get to miss anything. So it's very exciting for him. All right, and then we have, she has open library. My oldest, it will be a lot of little things that day that just makes it look busy. And I think Friday we have nothing, and same with the rest of the weekend. So that's kind of exciting. So here we go, this one. I'm excited about the nothing for Friday, because by the time we get to Friday, it's going to be like, oh, thank goodness. Because who knows what kind of weather we're going to get this week in light of, I don't know, there's some prediction of like 2 to 3 more inches of snow on top of what we've already had, which, gotta say, I don't love that idea. But I don't know, I guess we'll find out. And yeah, I don't feel particularly chatty or animated today, and I don't really know why. I just feel kind of meh, you know. I'm sure we all have days like that. Just the weather. It was so cold this morning, and I feel like I've accomplished things this morning. It's now officially after lunch, but I just don't feel like I've accomplished a lot of things, and I just am in a weird mood. And this is a weird week as far as like designing it, because it just looks odd, you know. I'm not even sure what I got, you know, how I want to, I don't know what I'm trying to say. It just is a funky, busy week, and I'm not crazy about the idea of another funky, crazy week, because I feel like we've had a lot of them. But that's just kind of, I think, how life is right now. It's just a lot. I did not do this initially, so I'm going to come back and do this now. So I'm trying to decide, do I want to put something at the top? I have this black option, or I have this purple option, which I feel like the purple option makes the most sense because I'm kind of using like this lighter pastel-y colors, right? I think that makes the most sense to do. So let's just do it. But anyway, so sorry if I'm like, this is less chatty and exciting and I'm less animated than normal. It's just, you know, it just is what it is this week, I guess. Just been busy. There we go. I'm really actually excited because for the end of this month, and the flip through for January, because I'm excited to show you guys how my 5-year diary is going. I had a random sticker on my finger. I'm excited to show you how the 5-year diary is going. It's going really well. I'm really enjoying it. And yeah, so I'm excited about that. I have some fillers I have to put in. We didn't end up going to church last week because it was so cold. There was a lot of churches in the area that canceled, but ours didn't. And I was like, we're not going out. It's too dangerously cold. I don't know if anyone follows football. We live in the Kansas City area, so obviously our team is the Chiefs. We don't watch football, but, you know, kind of, you can't not hear about it here in the area. And how cold that game, I can't even imagine the people that were at that game. It was so ridiculously cold that day. So hats off to them and their dedication. But no thank you. We'll come back to that in a minute. Because that is some kind of special dedication. Little too much for me. I don't know that there is anything that I am that dedicated to that would get me out for that kind of weather. So, yeah, we did not end up going to church last week because it was just so cold. Okay, let's go ahead and draw our line just collectively right here. Just at the, under the, yeah, right there. I'm trying to kind of match it up for both sides. Now, whether this will be, whether that will be, oh my goodness, enough room to write my full, like, any to-do list. My to-do lists haven't been that long this week, so it should be fine. I guess we will find out when we get there, but I'm not going to overly worry about it that much. So we have that, and I'm going to go ahead and put just this to do down here, and then we will want our Hot Chocolate Friday for sure. And I think we're going to do FaceTime again on Friday next week because my oldest has open library. And that just works out best. Plus FaceTime. All right, I think we've accomplished the task of all the functional stuff. So I think, I don't know where these random stickers are coming from. I think we could start. I was interrupted again, but that's okay. She has decided to sit and chill and watch something now. That's fine. I told her she can have that option. It is a Friday, and that's just kind of the mood and the place we're in. So, like, as you can see, I have used quite a bit. I really like these dark flowers. So I'm kind of leaning towards using the flowers. I really like the butterfly, but I might not use that here. Shoe, this one doesn't really have the darkish colors. Let's set that one to the side. And let's maybe do some of these flowers. Now, how well it goes because I used all these pinks, I don't know, but that's what we're gonna do. I don't really ever do like to-do lists on Sunday. It's like make my grocery list. That's pretty much the extent of what I do that day. So I'm not overly worried about taking up a lot of that space there. Let's put this one kind of, Mondays are pretty, usually not super busy days. Then let's kind of scatter a few flowers around and then we'll call it good. Yeah, it seems like the way to go here. There's somewhere where we can kind of, all right, what do we think? Do we kind of like that flower up there? Does it look kind of oddball way up there? Or do we put it like kind of right here? I think I almost like it right here better. And is there anything else I want to add on? There's a couple other flowers that I could also use some of these like leafy type things around. Maybe it's this one too. I don't know. Like, I guess this is the kind of the week, especially because I'm not feeling particularly chatty, that it's just kind of like, let's not overthink it and let's just scatter some stuff around and call it good. But sometimes, I gotta be honest, sometimes when I do that and I don't overthink it, they turn out to be like some of my favorite spreads. So, all right, let's double check my calendar one more time. We got Repatha, just had to go all the way down to there, wake up and read. I think that's it. You know, if we get anything else, I will add it on. And yeah, I do like how this turned out. I like the flowers around. The flowers are really pretty. I don't know that I love the pinks, but I'm not a big pink fan. So why I chose to go with pinks, anyone's guess. But again, I always say this, once it gets like filled in more, I probably won't even notice the pinks, and I'll probably be glad that I have the pinks, because with using a black pen and then the darker flowers and such, it'll probably look just fine. So that arrow kind of looks like it's coming out of the IEP meeting, but we're not going to overthink that. I know what I mean, right? So anyway, I think this is everything. Did I miss something? Did I miss something I normally put on? I guess my 20-minute reset. We've been doing lately on Sundays, like Sunday afternoon. I'm looking for my sticker. Where we set a timer on the oven and everybody cleans up. So everybody has to find something to clean up, whether it's their rooms or the living room or the counters or the shoes or, you know, whatever you can find. And we work as a family to do a 20-minute reset so that we start off the next week, I hate writing right there on the edge, with a clean house, so that like when I go to vacuum and dust and clean up bathrooms and all that, I'm not contending with all the tidying, because I hate to tidy. I hate tidying a lot. So it kind of helps for everyone to pitch in before they go back to work and school. Also next week, I think I might switch over, or maybe I'll find, I should have saved the pinks and the reds, for which I could still do next week, and then gradually move over to the other kit. I don't know. I don't know what I'll do next week. Most likely, if I'm just going to use one kit, I'm going to use the February Cocoa Daisy kit. So this may be the last time you see this, unless I decide to kind of incorporate them together somehow next week. So I guess we'll find out. So anyway, this is how this turned out. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.